it's Mo. It is Bookmas, and I wanted to do a tag for Bookmas. I'm not great at doing tags. I never get tagged, and I think partly it's because I'm not good at actually getting to them. Today I wanted to do the behind the Booktube tag. I didn't write down who made this tag on my notes. Oh, actually, I think it was Shelly Swearington. This is a little bit of a longer tag, and it's all about your experience with Booktube and behind your Booktube. Question number 1 is, what has surprised you most about Booktube, both in a good way and a bad way? I didn't prepare for any of these questions. I just am going in blind. I've read them a couple times, but I thought now is the time to actually get this tag done. What has surprised you most about Booktube, both in a good way and a bad way? I didn't watch Booktube that much before I created my own Booktube. I found Booktube through Books and Lala's closet unhaul project, and I sped through that. I loved it. It sent me off on a rabbit hole. I had already been trying to get back into reading, and then Booktube really helped me get back into reading in 2020. I attempted to start a Booktube in July, and I didn't have a proper camera. My phone was broken. It wasn't working. So I bought a camera, and then my first video was in October of 2020. So I think something that surprised me about Booktube is how quickly I fell in love with it, how much it helped my reading, how much I love it, and I still watch it 3 years later, and that it's something that's created this great hobby for me and something that I'm really interested in, and slowly but surely is spurring me on to learn more about editing and different techniques that I could use and try to stretch that creative muscle a little bit, because it's not one that I'm used to using and I'm not very good at using yet, but hopefully one day I will be. Something that's surprised me about Booktube in a bad way is how much I want to do well at it and don't really feel like I'm doing well at it. And that's not to say that it's surprising that I would not feel like I'm doing well. I'm definitely a person who never thinks I'm doing quite the right thing or doing as good at a thing as I should. I'm definitely a person who thinks I could be doing better, and I should be doing better, and I should be doing more. But I think what's surprising is that I get discouraged. The first 2 years I was not discouraged at all. I was no, it's fine. Everything's good. Doesn't matter. And now that my growth has stalled out a little bit, and now that I have so many ideas and I feel like I am getting better at what I do, not getting recognition for that and feeling like I'm not doing well enough is surprising, I guess. It's surprising that it bothers me. So it's surprising how much I want to do well at Booktube. Question number 2 is, how do you balance reading and Booktube with the rest of your life? Well, I think Booktube comes last. I definitely think real life and reading kind of go hand in hand. So I've definitely created a life that I can live where I get to read for a certain amount of time every day, or that I get to incorporate reading into what I'm doing. And Booktube works like that too. I do incorporate reading in Booktube, and I do incorporate Booktube into life, but if something has to give, it's usually Booktube, because it is just a hobby and I don't really have a justification for it taking over my life. Although, today, I'm doing mostly Booktube things all day when I really should be doing my work from home job most of the day. There's always a struggle, there's always finding a balance, and I don't think you ever perfectly will find a balance when it's something like this. I think you have to balance it day to day. So I'm doing Booktube in the morning, and I'll do my work from home job at night. And tomorrow maybe I'll do my work from home job in the morning, and I'll do Booktube at night. And then I'll read throughout. So it's always work is the answer to that. I don't find a balance, or I don't have a balance, but I'm always trying to balance. Question number 3, have you ever thought about starting a Patreon? I'm interested in Patreon. I don't follow anyone on Patreon. I'm not a patron of anyone, and I'm not a member of anyone at Booktube. So I'm interested what the difference is, and I'm interested in the idea of not having to worry about an algorithm. So I think in that respect, yes, I've thought about starting a Patreon. I think it would be really interesting to have people and community that want to watch your videos in a more intimate and less commodified way. Is that right? I mean, it is commodified by the people who are watching your video, but it's not maybe it's just not capitalized the same way. Like, yes, people are giving you money, but it's like a trade of goods for money instead of a outside influence that's going to use whatever means it uses, I have no idea, there's a question about this later, to determine whether you're worthy of commodification or of commercialization. So I think it's like a more pure art to artist experience and relationship. So like in that respect, yes, I've thought about starting a Patreon. I've definitely thought of like what I would do if I had a Patreon or a membership, what like benefit I could give if I had that extra time and space and whatever. But I've also thought about it in the way that like I barely have time to do everything I want to do on Booktube. So would I even have time to do everything on Patreon? Or would you need the same amount of time for both? Because if you had a Patreon, then maybe you would do less Booktube videos because you would have your set community already. And you weren't always trying to like reach out to more people in the same way. Having a channel is what gets you the patrons. So yes, I've thought about it. Question number 4 is, have you made any mistakes on Booktube? I've seen people answer this different ways. I've seen people answer it like, oh yeah, I said somebody's name wrong, or like, oh yeah, I talked about something that I shouldn't have talked about. I think I've probably made plenty of mistakes on Booktube. I'm sure that I've done all of those things, talked about things I shouldn't talk about. I'm sure I've said things in the wrong way. I'm sure I've made like casual mistakes like that, but I'm also sure that I've probably made some missteps here or there. And I think that I've made mistakes on Booktube in the like behind the scenes, in that like I'm not super talented at editing. I don't know how to make things like aesthetically pleasing to other people. So if you call those mistakes, like yes, I've definitely made mistakes. Question number 5 is, do you have any advice for new booktubers? My advice for new booktubers is always just do it. If you want to start a booktube, start a booktube. It's a great community. It's a great place. People are very welcoming. Don't worry about how many books you read. Don't worry about what equipment you have. Don't worry about any of that stuff. Like, you don't have to have 1 million books. You don't have to have read 1 million books. You don't have to read 1 million books. All you need to do is want to talk about books on the internet. So my advice is like, if you want to start a booktube, just do it. And my advice for new booktubers who've been doing it a little while, I think is consistency. It's not something that I'm great at, but I find when I am more consistent, the algorithm acknowledges me more. And so I think that if you are a new booktuber trying to gain subscribers, consistency is really important. Question number 6, what are your thoughts on the YouTube algorithm? I knew there was a question like this. My thoughts are, it's completely incomprehensible. There's no way you're gonna know everything about it, but there are a lot of YouTubers out there who like specifically talk about it, and they make it their job to help explain it to you. So if you need to know more about it because you have a channel, then there are people who can help you with that. I also think that it's designed to make money for YouTube, not designed to make money for YouTubers. So it's never going to be perfect. It's never going to pick up every single person. It's never going to make everyone successful. Obviously, some people are successful at it, and so I think you can try to work with the algorithm as much as possible if you want to be successful. Question number 7A is, how do you decide what videos to make? I definitely mostly make videos that are already out there. I love wrap-ups. I like to do tags. I like to make recommendation videos. I like to make vlogs about like specifically reading challenges. And then I will look around to see what other videos people are making that like I'm inspired by and give those a try sometimes. So how do I decide? I guess I just pick the videos that I want to do and I do them. And then question number 7B is, are you ever overwhelmed with video ideas? Yes. Yes, I have so many video ideas and so many videos that I like to do that nobody necessarily watches, but they're not necessarily for everybody else. Like sometimes they are just for me. Sometimes they are videos that I just want to have on my channel. I'm not like fussed if they're not all super popular, but I also have 1 million video ideas that are inspired by other people. You know, I would love to do more series on my channel about sustainability. I would love love to do more personal vlogs. I would love to do more just personal things about like working in the service industry and cats and whatever else. So yes, I'm completely overwhelmed always. I always have more videos that I want to do. Which is why something like Bookmas is nice, because I get to like solidly work on it. And I think this Bookmas specifically has been really nice because I feel like I've been doing a good job about keeping up with it. I haven't posted quite as many videos as I've wanted to, but I have posted a lot of videos. So I've gotten a lot of the videos that I want out there. Question number 8, have you ever regretted posting a video? No, I mean, if I regretted it, I could just take it down, obviously. No, I'm not going to post anything I regret. Sometimes I like worry over videos because I don't want to get negative comments, which I think there's a question about that later. No, I don't have enough people to get negative comments, and it's less about getting the negative comments that I would like feel bad, because like I'm not going to feel bad, and more about just the hassle of having to deal with it, even if it's just to like erase them or whatever. Question number 9A is, are the numbers of views, subscribers meaningful to you? Yes, of course. I think you wouldn't do this if you didn't want to get views and subscribers, and I think that all of us secretly have a dream of BookTube becoming a big thing and us being able to devote more time to it through whatever means, and having a bigger community and having people watch you and having the algorithm pick you up. Like, yes, I definitely think that viewers and subscribers are important to me, and I do find myself more and more being like depressed is the wrong word, being disappointed when my subscriber count goes down or when I don't gain subscribers for a long time. But I think it's important to remember that the reason that it's exciting is so that you can communicate with those people. And I think something that I'm not great at is keeping up with comments and participating in like my own community. Like, I haven't joined any Discords, and I don't have my own Discord, and you know, I don't reach out to people that much to do like buddy reads or anything like that, which I feel like I did a lot more when I first started. And maybe that's because of where I am with the rest of my life. Maybe that's because of where I am in my BookTube journey. We're fighting. Maybe that's burnout, like who knows. But definitely I think it's important to remember that the number of subscribers and the number of views you have mean that people are engaging with you, and to engage with them as well. Hey! Question number 9B is, are the number of views, subscribers a measurement of success? Yes and no. I think that, sure, of course, the more subscribers and viewers you have, the more successful you are as a booktuber, because then more people are going to see you, more people are going to subscribe, more people are going to view, you're going to create more community. But I think if you're not engaging with those people, or if you're not happy, you know, with what's going on in your BookTube life. Now he's getting in the box. You felt the need to pee after that? What a good boy. It's important for me to remember that like the engagement is the measurement of success. So it can't be one-sided. Like, I can't just talk to a camera and consider that successful. I need viewers and subscribers, but viewers and subscribers need me to communicate with them as well in other means, like in the comments and through going to their videos and maybe in other social media. So alone, viewers and subscribers are not the measurement of success personally. They are a little bit the measurement of success for YouTube, but combined with the interaction, that should be the measurement of success. Oh, question number 10 is, are you disappointed by the growth of your channel? So yes and no. I wish that my channel was bigger, but if I can't keep up with comments now, it shouldn't disappoint me that it's not bigger. I wish that by YouTube's measurement of success, I were more successful, but I also wish for my own measurement of success that I was interacting better. And I'm definitely not disappointed with the growth of my channel by the measurement of the people that are watching my channel. Like, they're all so great, and the people that interact with me and those who consistently comment, even if it's just some hearts, are so, like, make me so happy and are so fulfilling and are so wonderful. And I would love to create more community for them and more things so that we could interact more and have more of a engagement with each other. By the standards of YouTube, yes. By my own standards, no. Question number 11, have you ever thought about quitting Booktube? No, not in the 3 years that I've been doing it so far. I really enjoy it, and like I said, it's teaching me more than just Booktube itself. It's giving me a place to vent and talk about books. It's giving me a place to discuss books. It's giving me a place to have a creative outlet. It's giving me a place to encourage more creative knowledge and growth. It's encouraging me to interact with other people on my channel, on their channel. So no, I've never thought about quitting Booktube. I really enjoy Booktube, and despite any discouraging feelings that I have, I mostly have extremely positive feelings. Question number 12 is, what are the most touching comments? I think anyone who watches my videos and knows me and, you know, engages with me and wants to talk to me about things are really touching comments. I think anyone who watches my videos and just comments, you know, a heart and lets me know that they're watching is really touching. I think that when someone tells me about their own life, sometimes I find it difficult to like reach back out to them, but when I hear about their own life, like that is so touching. Like I love that people want to share with me and want me to share with them. Pretty much all comments are very touching comments. And then question 12B is, what are the most negative comments? And very luckily, knock on wood, I haven't gotten too many negative comments. I've gotten a few like spam comments. I've gotten a few comments that were odd. I've definitely have erased a couple of comments in my time on Booktube. I find that the negative comments I get are usually comments on my comments that I've commented on someone else's video. So if I'll comment something on someone's video, for some reason, it seems like more people are willing to comment on your comment and say a negative thing, and I usually just ignore those because I don't usually go back and like answer them or anything like that. And then question number 13 is, in regards to Booktube, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So in 5 years, I love to make plans. I love to think about the future. I love to work towards goals. But it's a little bit different than making plans because I don't know when those are going to happen. Like I never make 5-year plans, or not often. I've tried it before, but I usually just forget about them. In 5 years, what does it say? Where do you see yourself? Okay, in 5 years, I see myself, like if I had to be realistic about it, where do I actually see myself? I see myself like basically in the same place. Maybe I have a few more subscribers. Maybe I have a little bit more connection with people. Maybe I have a Discord. Maybe I have some better video skills and some better video ideas. Maybe I have some different challenges and series and things that I'm doing, but I see myself like basically doing the same thing. But where do I want to see myself? I would definitely want to see myself with growth on my channel, enough growth that it was recognized by YouTube. I would love to see myself being able to devote more time to Booktube and be better at editing and doing graphics and different things like that. I would love to see myself be able to call it a little bit more than a hobby in 5 years. I mean, because like right now I feel like it's a hobby. Like I have work, I have cats, I have family, I have home, I have things that I have to do. And Booktube is a thing that I want to do. I enjoy doing, but it's a hobby. It's a spare time thing. Like I said earlier, it's the thing that gets kicked out of the roster if other things need to be prioritized. So I would love to see it as one of those priorities, like something I do because I've made room and time and space in my life for it in a more concrete way. And I do feel like that success to a certain extent via YouTube standards is like what allows people to do that. Like you have to be able to do a little more, you have to gain a little more to be able to do a little more in this particular hobby. It seems like. Maybe that's not true. So that's my realistic version and my like wish version. Let me know if you've done this tag. I think a lot of people did this tag when it was popular a few months ago. So if you have someone's answers that you particularly like too and you want me to check out their video, let me know that. If you want to answer these questions in the comments below, definitely feel free to do so. Thanks so much for joining me today. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye!